Welcome back everyone. This lecture is going to be a little longer than expected, and if you don't understand a particular thing, you can rewatch it as many as times you want to get a more clear overview, because this can be a little complicated, but I'm making sure if you pay a great attention towards this lecture, it will be a much easier and a better slice for you. So let's take a look at OS BWA in our Kali Linux virtual machine, and if we scroll a little bit, we have to go to DVWA and now log in into this DVWA account with the password admin and admin as we know. And what we are going to do in this lecture is we are going to take a look at SQL injection, and in the SQL injection we are going to try if we can extract database or we can extract username passwords or not. So let's try to give it input, and it is asking us a user ID. So if we give it input 1, let's see what user ID it will provide us. And if we hit enter, it tells us ID first name admin and surname admin. So as we can see on the user ID first, we have first name admin and surname admin, and if we type 2 on the ID 2, we have Gordon Brown, and if we type 3, we have ID hack me, or if we type ID 7, we have nothing here, and if we type ID 5, we have Bob Smith. Now since we are getting IDs, why we are here is we are here, that is we want to extract some data. So let's send it apostrophe as a SQL query, and let's see if it gives us a error or not. And if we submit, as we can see, we have an error in your SQL syntax. Check the manual that corresponds to MySQL Server version of right syntax to use near at align. So if we go back, as we can see, by simply entering this apostrophe, we got an error, and that error indicates that this website or that this web page has a SQL injection vulnerability. Now, however, this isn't the case with all the websites. Some website won't give you the same results, and that is when blind SQL injection or blind SQL injection vulnerability exists in this column. And we are going to look into further lectures how we can hack a blind SQL injection, where even if we enter a SQL query or this apostrophe, we won't get any error, and how we will know that if a particular website has some error or not. Now as we are entering this apostrophe, let me show you what in the background it is happening. So if we type, so what would be happening in the background is when we input something, the website will be giving a SQL query to the server that is something like select name, surname from records where ID is, for example, 2 and in the apostrophe. Now what is happening is when we are typing a apostrophe, this apostrophe is going between these two apostrophes, and it is causing the error because it has one open apostrophe and two closed ones. And if we go here on the website and we try to enter a SQL query that is 2 comma or apostrophe 1 apostrophe equals apostrophe 1, and if we submit here, it gave us few results. It gave us about 5 IDs. Now what happened here, we said either give us ID 2 or 1 equals to 1, and as we all know, 1 is always equals to 1, gave us the entire database. And this is something what happened in our previous lecture as well. Now how this command works, so if we type this here, and if we are going to take this command and place it between these apostrophes, now as we can see, the open apostrophe is closed after the 2, and then we already have a extra apostrophe in our command from the server, and that is closing after the 1. And that's how this command works. Now since we have extracted a database, let me check how many columns do they have. So if we enter this command again, and let's clear this out, and if we type order by 1 / and this slash is to comment out rest of the things, and if we submit, it tells us that it has 1 column. And if we again type this command, and we are going to type this command till we get no results. So if we type 2 here, and if we can check if it has 2 columns or not, and if we submit, it tells us that it has 2 columns. And if we again go with this command, and if we type 3 and if we submit here, it gave us a known column 3 in order clause. That means this web server has only 2 columns of results. Now if you're getting confused or if you're getting some hindrance in your brain, don't worry, you will get everything clear as this lecture goes on. So let's clear this all. Now what we are going to do is we will enter a command that will confirm if we were right or not. So if we type this command here, that is 2 comma union select 1 or 2, that means it has to give output if these 2 columns are present or not. And if we submit here, it gave us 2 results. That means it has 1 column and it has 2 columns, and this 1 and 2 is present here, that is 1 and 2. That means it has 2 columns. Now what we are going to do here is we are going to look for the database, and I am assuming that this website has some parameter named as database or user. So let me show you what I mean by that. So if we type this command and remove this, and I type database here with these brackets and then users here with these brackets, that is what I mean. So let's see if this website has a database parameter or user parameter or not. So if we submit this and it gave us that it has a database named as dvwa @localhost, that means the database present on this website has this name, and this name is very useful for us because that's the database we are going to extract the information from. Now we are going to type a command here that looks like this: 2 comma union select schema underscore name comma 2 from information underscore schema dot schemata and slash slash apostrophe closed. Now what this information dot schemata means is it holds the metadata of all the databases, and this will reveal all the schema or database names. Example, we have seen DVWA, or it can be storing SQL or performance under schema, etc., and many more data. And if you are not understanding these commands, you need not to worry about. You will understand this, and if anyone knows a little bit of SQL, he might have an understanding what we are talking about. So let's just paste this command here, and if we submit this command, let's see what we will get. So as we can see, we have got the result from that command, that is this union select schema information underscore schema dot schemata, and we have got DVWA as well, and this is the database that we have got earlier too. And since we are inside this website of DVWA, we are going to look deeper into this database. So let's take a look at another command that we are going to type, and the command we are going to type is 2 union select table name 2 from information underscore schema dot tables, where table schema equals to DVWA. Now what this command means is we are going to look for all the tables present inside the database, that is DVWA. So let's just paste this command in our DVWA, and if we click on the submit, and as we can see, we have got 3 tables here. First is Gordon Brown, second is guest book, and third is users. Now this users table is something that caught my eyes, and even for you as well, because in this table it can have user data. We are not going to look for guest book, but we are instead going for this users one, and we are going to look deeper into that. So for that, we are going to use another command, that is 2 union select column name column type from information underscore schema dot columns, where table underscore schema equals to DVWA and table name equals user. Now we are going to look for everything under this table name, and if we enter this command here, let's see what the result we will get. So as we can see, after entering that command, we have got many results, including first name and their surname from the database DVWA of users. Now since we have got all these results, what we are going to do is we have users here, we have passwords here, so that means we can get all the username and password here as well. Now what we are going to do here is we are going to use a concatenation command in our SQL to get results, because as we can see, we have only 2 columns for the results, and we want their first name and surnames as well, and their password as well. So what we are going to do is we are going to concatenate their user ID, first name and last name into one column, and their user password to another column. For that, we are going to use this command, that is 2 apostrophe union select concat user id comma colon comma first name underscore brackets close apostrophe colon apostrophe comma last name brackets close comma concat user and password from dvwa users slash slash, and make sure you don't do any kind of mistakes in these commands, because then you will not get any results. So let's just copy paste this command here, and if we hit submit, let's see if we can get the results or not. So as you can see, we have got the user id 1, we have got admin, and we have got admin as the username and first name and the surname. Then we have got the user's password as well. Here we have got for the admin, we have got for the Gordon Brown, we have got for the Hack Me as well. And that is how you are going to extract all the information from the database using SQL injection. Now this lecture can be a little complicated for you to understand, but if you take a closer look at the commands and try to understand deeply what this command, even if you don't understand SQL a little bit, you will have a clear understanding even if you don't know anything about it. So if you need to repeat this lecture as many as time possible to clear everything in your mind. So I will meet you in the next lecture.